Hello guys, this is Punit and I'm a price action trader. I trade Emini contracts on 2000 tick chart. I scalp on the 2000 tick chart and I swing trade on 1 minute time frame on the micro Emini chart. We are going to discuss the live trades which I took for the day and also review the 1 minute time frame chart. If you want more such videos, I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you have any doubts, please ask me in the comments down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Hello Shushmita.
Hi.
So let's start the 1 minute time frame review. If you see, this was yesterday's closing price opened below that, so this is a small gap and that gap got filled on the first bar itself.
Oh, yes. Correct.
Okay, now if you see, first attempt to go here, second attempt to go here, and this somewhere in between, we will assume that that was the third attempt to go higher. So 1, 2, 3, this is a wedge bottom again. Can you short this low and hope for a scalp down? You can, but
Yes.
it's up to the traders. Usually on 1 minute time frame, when it's not a huge gap up or a gap down, it tends to be in a trading range for a while, at least for 30 minutes or so. So it's better to wait for 30 minutes and then to find swing setups on 1 minute time frame. Or if you are good at scalping, it's better to wait for a micro double bottom or a micro double top and hope for a scalp trade then. Okay, now
Yeah,
you
and
see,
also EMA is also on the top, right? So yeah.
yeah. So now you see, you can go long one tick above this bull bar high, put your stop loss here and hope for a scalp. You would have gotten that. You would have got that scalp. Here also, if you see again, this is a double bottom here. From this level to this level, you can go long one tick above this bar high, put your stop loss here and hope for a scalp again. I just said to you that it will try to remain within that trading range, which is also called as opening range, right? For at least 30 minutes of the day, the first 30 minutes of the day. But if you
Yeah.
see, yesterday's close was a magnet here, okay, but this pivot will also act as a magnet. This pivot
Okay.
high,
Yes. Previous day.
yeah, everything you see on the chart can act as a magnet. It just has to be logical. So if I have to mark a 1:1 risk to reward, it is somewhere here, exactly there.
Oh,
So you would have
yeah.
got your scalp profit. If you don't want to take this first entry, which is also actually it's a second entry, but if you don't want to risk that much, and if you're afraid that it will reverse at the day's high, you wait for a trap again and then enter here one tick above this bull bar and put your stop loss on this low. Can you short here and hope for a scalp down? You can, but you shouldn't. Let me tell you why. This is
Yeah.
a micro double bottom here. If your argument is that this is a micro double top,
Yeah.
where is that structure then? You see a W pattern here.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, if you get a M kind of a pattern like this, then you can say, yeah, it is a double top or a micro double top. But this is not a micro double top. It's actually a micro double bottom or a double bottom. And this was the pullback test of that double bottom. So you can enter one tick above this high, put your stop loss here, and out for a scalp top. Okay. If bulls were all that strong, would they be getting this weak closing bars? Huge wick, inside bar, weak closing, strong bull bar closing on its high, again a weak follow through bar, inside bar, reversal bar. What's happening here? If you go to 30-second time frame or 10-second time frame, you can see that this is actually a wedge. This is the wedge, and this was the overshoot. This is the reversal attempt. You can go short one tick below this low and get your 1:1 risk to reward, or wait for a target here. It did reach all the way to the bottom of the wedge top, right?
Yeah.
If you see, but then it would have hit your stop loss first. Now, this was the first entry, again a rally. This was the second entry. If you don't want to short this weak closing bull bar on its low, wait for a second entry again or a strong closing bear bar. This is a strong closing bear bar. So you can enter, you can enter one tick below this bar, put your stop loss here and hope for a scalp down.
Yes.
Why aren't we looking for H2 long setups here is because this wedge top is the main reason, and also this is a trading range. If you see the yesterday's price action, it's within that
Yeah.
range, right? So
Yeah.
third
Yes.
region you find short setups.
Yes. Correct.
1, 2, 3 bars closing on their lows. So 3 bar breakout setup, and this is a fresh attempt. So you can sell the close of this bar, put your stop loss one tick over this bar, and hope for a scalp down. I guess you want that. 1:1:1. Here is your 1:1:1.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the bull trend here.
Yes, it is.
Or if you want to mark it somewhere like this was the bull trend here. This was the
Yeah.
channel line. It broke strongly below the channel line. What did I say? It should then attempt to reverse and test the recent high and then give you a short setup.
Yeah.
This is major trend reversal. What are the rules? It should break the trend line strongly, close below EMA. I mean, since we are hoping for a short trade, we should see that if it's closing below the EMA strongly, if we are getting moving average gap bars, we got 1, 2, 3 moving average gap bars. If you see
Yeah.
this high
Good.
didn't touch the EMA, you were saying something.
No. I got it. 3 things which are not touching the EMA, right?
Yeah. So all those checklists have been filled here. Now this is the retest of this recent high, and that is happening in leg one, pullback, leg two. So leg two will be the
Yes.
trap. This reversal bar, you can go short one tick below this, put your stop loss one tick above this bar or here, and then swing it. Why swing it? This is the top third of region of the trading range, and if you see,
Oh,
this is somewhere the bottom third region, right?
yes. So we can find the long setup, right?
Yeah. Even if you take only today's range, this is the bottom third region. So if I have to mark a measurement, this was your 2 hour. You got 3 hour, almost 3.7 hour or 6 hour. Now, if you see leg one, pull back, leg two, what is this indicating? Strong leg up, strong leg down. So, this is trading range price action.
Yes, again.
Yeah, so you'll find a long setup here somewhere. This was the first entry. If you don't want to take this first entry, because this is followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bear bars closing near their lows, except for one. So this is 8 bar bear micro channel. So you ignore the first entry. If you see, this was the microsecond leg which the bears got. This strong bears got the microsecond leg, and you can enter one tick above this bull bar, strong closing bull bar. Put your stop loss here and look for a scalp.
Yeah.
You would have got your
Okay.
scalp. So let's do the live trade review also, since we are
Yes.
short on time. This is the 2000 tick chart. I'll explain the trades which I took on the chart and then attach the video. Okay.
Okay.
This is a strong closing bull bar near its high. Can you go long one tick above this bar and hope for a measure move high? You can, but what is happening? This is not a huge gap down. This is not a huge gap up, but rather this is opening near the yesterday's close region. This is
Yeah.
yesterday's close. Yes, and one more magnet, which is EMA, is also close. So we don't know whether the EMA will act as a resistance or a support.
Yes. Correct.
So if you want to find long trades, it's better to wait for a break of EMA and then some sort of a pullback structure and then go long. Or if you want to find short setups, wait for a micro double top pattern or a double top pattern and then go short. Here, if you see 1, 2, 3 bars, bull bars closing near their highs, the third bar didn't have a strong closing, but that's fine. This was the first entry short, but I was waiting for a micro double top and then go short. But if you see, this is a huge bear bar closing near its low, big up, big down, so confusion. So probably trading range price action. Can you go long one tick below this or somewhere in the bottom third region for a limit order and then hope for a scalp? You can, but it's better to wait for a micro double bottom here. If it has to go high, it's better to wait for a micro double bottom.
Okay.
Now 1, 2, 3 bear bars closing on their lows, but what is acting against the 3 bar breakout setup here?
EMA.
EMA is acting against it, right? If this was a
Yes.
fresh breakout, like I explained to you on the, see here, this 1, 2, 3 bar breakout is happening whilst trapping the bulls, right?
Yeah.
And I just told you that first 30 minutes, when the opening is not having a huge gap up or a gap down day,
Yeah.
it's better to wait for first 30 minutes to see whether it's going to, most of the time it will remain in the trading range. Okay, so it's better to wait for a trading range price action and double bottom, micro double bottom, double top, micro double top, wedge tops, wedge bottom reversals, and then trade those setups.
Yes.
So will you go short here? You can, but I wouldn't. for the same reasons which I explained to you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now this, if you see this, first attempt to go higher, second attempt to go here.
Second attempt.
Can you go long here and put your stop loss here? You can, but then again, EMA is close by. So better to wait for a break of EMA and then go long, or wait for a double bottom setup. Here, on the live trade, I enter on a market order here.
Okay.
While this bar is forming, still forming, I enter on the market order and then take my profits.
Okay.
Lately, the markets have been very volatile and this is a huge bar, so I didn't want to risk that much. I would advise new traders to do only stop entry trades or limit order trades. Market order is not for everyone. Even I make mistakes. I'm not saying I won't, but you need some bit of experience to do that, and you should know that you can lose in markets.
Yes.
Okay, this was the first attempt to. Okay, now if you see, first attempt to go higher, pull back. Second attempt to go higher. The major trend has been bearish here.
Bearish, yes.
Yeah, so this bar tried to move higher here, then closed all the way down here. So I would call this as the second push to go lower. This one.
Yes.
Can you go one tick short? I mean, short one tick below this bar and put your stop loss here, and then hope for a measure move down. You can. I actually entered on a market order here and put. I didn't put my stop loss all the way here. I exited at 5 point
Near
stop
to the
loss.
EMA, right?
Yeah, I exited there itself because I knew it was a mistake. It's better to wait for a strong closing bear bar, somewhat like this. But even then, if you see, if you short this bear bar slow, your 1:1 risk to reward will be somewhere down here, which is days low. If it was somewhere, if the profit target was somewhere here, that would be great. So this was the first mistake of the day. Then I entered again here when this bar was forming. I entered again here, put my stop loss again at 5 points. That stop loss got hit, but I knew this trade was still valid. So somewhere I entered here again with 2 contracts and then made a profit. I wanted to enter on this trade. If you see, this is my double bottom here. This low and this low are at a similar price range. So you can enter one tick above this bull bar, closing near its high, on its high actually, and put your stop loss one tick below this bar's low, or here or here. Also, if you see 1, 2, 3, price try to go higher once, twice, and this is the third time. So micro wedge bottom, double bottom, trapping this bear short sellers. So this is a good entry. I was slow to react and I missed the entry. I wanted to enter on the market order again, but then I missed the opportunity, so that's fine. This would have been a good trade. Okay, now what's happening? It reached all the way here to the day's high. That is where the bulls exited or booked partial profits. And now, if you see, this is again a trap bar. So you can go short one tick below this low and hope for a scalp down. I did take this trade and scalp down.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this was very
Yeah.
fast. So if you have any questions, ask me later. And guys, if you do have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. Thank you.
Thank you.